So my parents sent me 24 years back to America, which nobody's parents had ever thought of sending. And I truly am grateful and obliged to my parents every breath of mine that gave me a new turnabout life. But remember when we were in school, our parents brought us pencils which were Camlin pencils, whereas all the rich short kids would get Stedler pencils from Germany. In school also people always compare, oh my god, my father went to sixth form, he got me Stedler, look at you have only Camlin. But I challenge you, that time also with those Camlin pencils I used to get an A+++, whereas those donkeys used to get a bloody big B of a donkey using the Stedler pencil as well. So I feel it's your focus, your determination, and I think I thank Mr. Ram Gopal Verma and Urmila for giving me my first Bollywood break. So when I go to the shoot and suddenly I go to the van and then in 10 minutes Aishwarya comes. One thing she told me that day, I still remember. She said, Ojas, no matter what people say, by the end of the day, always remember one thing, your work speaks volume. So when Robot happened, Shankar would always tell me, oh, I wanted to act. I said, no, Shankar, what are you making fun of me or what? I'm not interested. He called me up for the movie He did not tell me. He called me to Chennai for a meeting, by the way. And then he asked me, what do you think between Amy and Samantha? I said, definitely Amy Jackson. I think that was the time when we decided that we should go ahead with Amy Jackson more than Samantha. Then he's saying, oh, just can you wait? I need to talk to you. So I thought maybe he's discussing budgets, So he's saying, no, but I have a surprise for you. So I was like, I thought maybe he's give me some gift or something surprise. So he's saying, no, you have to act in this movie.
Did you ever get a chance to make up Rajnikant?
No, I've never done makeup. But I must say one thing, and I definitely love to say this on camera really loud. Out of this whole world, there is nobody as humble and as loving and caring as Mr. Rajnikant.
Hi, hello, behind Much Eyes viewers. Welcome to our show, Little Chat with Lids. So, in the end of the guest, Hollywood, superstar makeup one of the best names in the industry in the
So Ojas, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
So Ojas, the thing I really, everybody knows you in the industry, and it's been a long journey. I think it's almost 24 years.
25 years.
25 years. Okay. So how great was the hustle? It's not easy, to be a brand or to be a name that everybody knows. So how hard was the hustle?
I think when you manifest something in life, when you manifest positivity, when you manifest you want something, when you're determined to get something and you're ready to work hard, I don't think anything can stop you and nothing is impossible. Sky is the limit. And I'm one of those examples. Not many people know that I'm a chartered accountant by profession. So I've done my CA. I've worked as a CA for 1.5 years. And I was so bored because I'm so not made for a desk job. I hate doing a desk job. I can't do computer work and paperwork and billing. And that's very boring. But luckily, from childhood, I was very great academically. And thanks to my parents, touch wood. I was super confident. I never had any inferiority complex about me being the way I am. I was extremely bold, extremely flamboyant, extremely blunt on the face. And I think that somewhere down the line helped me to achieve what I have achieved today. But definitely, I feel more than anything in life is you have to be very focused. Because what happens is, especially now, there is so many distractions. There's so much happening. There's internet, there's Amazon, there's Netflix, there's this. So children don't want to study. They don't want to do homework. So I think during our time, there were not so much of distractions, I feel, and maybe my parents somewhere down the line very strict about us graduating and getting our degree right, so that they always felt that tomorrow, if supposing any hard times come, if you have a right degree, you would not be jobless. So I think when I started makeup 25 years back, it was a big social taboo. I'm sure all of you know about it, whether it's South India, North India, anywhere. Makeup and hair was not a very accepted profession. They always thought it was like a barber's job. What is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember when my sister got married in 1980s, her mother always called me a hajam. That's what she called me. Hajam means a bloody barber in Hindi language, So I told her one fine, I got really angry. I said, darling, do you even know what a fucking makeup artist is? I said, maybe you've never gone to a makeup artist. And she used to live in Dubai. And I remember she could not handle my sexuality, my being flamboyant, my being the way I am. And she used to always criticize me. She was only one thing but critical about me. And I remember I went that year in 1980s 14 times to Dubai, right? 14 times. I went with Pooja Batra, with Raveena Tandon, with Mahima Chaudhary, with Urmila Matondkar, with I can't even remember how. Tara Sharma. I did a movie called Om Jai Jagdish. So 14 times that I went for there, and every time she would tell my sister, oh, I want to come and click pictures. I said, no, sorry, you're not welcome because you always thought I'm a bloody hajam. I'm good
Right,
for
right,
nothing.
right.
So why do you want pictures now if you think I'm such an
Uh-huh.
idiot? I mean, you
Uh-huh.
don't really belong here. And every time we go
Mhm.
to Dubai, we stay in the best of hotels, the best of places.
Mhm.
And though when my sister's married to a very affluent, rich family, so it really didn't make a difference to them. But it was like a big slap on their face because when whoever tried to criticize me or put me
Mhm.
down, God
Mhm.
always gave me a turnaround time that was like a big slap on their face. And that was the time
Right.
when I pulled up my socks and I said, this is what I need to be. And I think my hard work, my dedication, my focus is going to be like a
Mhm.
direct slap onto my detractors or people who try to pull me down or, try to brainwash my parents because even that time parents are so vulnerable, during that age. Parents really don't know what is happening because they only see the bad side of Bollywood. They've been always growing up saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, Bollywood is not good, modeling is not good, this is not good." But I
Mhm.
think my sheer dedication and my willpower, because I'm sure if you've seen my website, I used to model as a
Right.
college student also.
Mhm.
So even when I
Mhm.
was studying in college, I've never taken a rupee from my father, mind you. I remember I
Mhm.
passed from my school in the 10th standard. I started modeling full fledged, and that time I used to get for one ad 40,000, 50,000 rupees, which was touch with big
Wow.
money.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
you know, they were very happy that luckily being in that line, I was never kind of enamored by the line, or I never used to drink or never, smoke up or do all these other things which people normally do. You know what I'm saying? I was very
Yeah.
focused and I always had my head on my shoulders. But I was
Mhm.
very fascinated with Bollywood. I remember growing up watching Mumtaz and Rajesh Khanna's movies. And I was like, oh
Okay.
my God, look at the makeup, look at the flawless. Then we saw Zinat Aman and Parveen Babi, who were the fashionistas of their
Mhm.
era. We saw the very own Rekha, the sultry sex siren. Then we
Right.
saw, Tina Ambani, Dimple Kapadia. So I got a chance to work with
Mhm.
Dimple Kapadia for her movie, which was Sagar. So if you compare the
Mhm.
makeup during Sagar to now, her makeup is the same, very creamy looking, very dewy, fresh, very minimal, very Western. So I
Mhm.
think my going to America, so my parents sent me 24 years back to America, which nobody's parents had ever thought of sending. And I truly am
Mhm.
grateful and obliged to my parents every breath of mine that gave me a new turnabout life. Because, always,
Mhm.
in India, we don't respect Indian idols, we don't respect Indian things, but we always go foreign. We have that thing
Fun,
that
fun.
where even some idiot thing comes from abroad, we always respect it. I'm
Right.
sure
Right.
you know that, right?
Yeah.
So I had a very funny experience. I'm sure you'll laugh
Uh-huh.
at me when I tell you this.
Okay.
But remember when
Uh-huh.
we were in school, our parents brought us pencils which were Camlin pencils. When we used to do our
Right.
geography or our
Mhm.
arts and
Mhm.
craft, we used to get Camlin pencils in India, whereas all the rich short kids would get Stedler pencils from Germany. I'm sure you must have seen that
Yeah.
there's a brand called Stedler. And
Stedler.
in
Stedler.
school also people always compare, oh my God, my father went to Singapore and he got me Stedler. Look at you have only
Uh-huh.
Camlin. But I
Uh-huh.
challenge you that time also with those Camlin pencils, I used to get an A plus plus plus, whereas those donkeys used to get a bloody big B of a donkey using the Stedler pencil as well. So it's not
Okay.
about the product, it's not about
Uh,
the pencil or anything, it's about your art, God's gift,
mhm.
your sheer determination, dedication, which gets you. Same thing is
Mhm.
about makeup. When I did my first movie with Urmila,
Mhm.
what brands were available in India? You tell me. Nothing was available in India that time.
Mhm.
We used to only get
Okay.
Max Factor or Yardley, which my mother used to use that time, and that's what I created
Mhm.
magic with.
Okay.
So if you see her movie called Rangila,
Mhm.
she looked like a bronze sex goddess, but there was no
Uh,
MAC, Bobby Brown, nothing. We only had something called Scott eyeshadow, which I remember I bought for 35 rupees, And
mhm.
the
Uh-huh.
shimmer shine, it used to be like a pigment eyeshadow, which we used to actually use.
Okay. Okay.
So I feel it's your focus, your determination, and I think I thank Mr. Ram Gopal Verma and Urmila for giving me my first Bollywood break because
Mhm.
I was actually modeling that time, and I had met Manish Malhotra because Manish Malhotra from my class, and so was Yash
Mhm.
Kadla. So we were all very
Mhm.
cool and flamboyant kids, and we loved being very trendy, very fashionable. I still love participating in college fashion shows, doing the choreography, doing the styling, the hair, makeup, the costume,
Mhm.
even dressing up the mannequins. So
Mhm.
when I was doing that somewhere, I mean, that time it was very, we used to hardly get any money. I remember when I did my first window display on a mannequin, I used to get 5,000 rupees. But that time,
Oh.
5,000 rupees also meant it was like 50,000 rupees today.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I think I
Yeah.
always respected money, but I think that time people never took us very seriously. They always thought
Mhm.
because being the way I am, that my personality was very flamboyant, very larger than life. People took time to take us seriously till I got my first break by Urmila, and she was recommended to me by Mr. Suresh Natarajan. Suresh Natarajan is a South Indian photographer in Bombay,
Okay.
who's one of the top photographers of our country. He's done the best of campaigns with Deepika Padukone or with Asin or Urmila or Kareena or Aishwarya, all the best campaigns he's done. And I used to work a lot with him. He used to be very fond of my hair and makeup. And more than anything, he used to love me as a person because my mummy is a Brahma Kumari. If you heard of Brahma Kumari, Raj Yoga. So he also follows Brahma Kumari knowledge, and he used to always find me very calm. I used to be very detached. I never used to get bothered with any criticism or anybody trying to bully me. I used to easily get bullied. So I used to always find my nature very humble, very caring, very accommodating, and that's what he loved about me. He's saying, Ojas, you must try Bollywood. And trust me, Urmila is a great person to start off with. And when I went for a meeting to her first time, I went with my all baggage, my hair bag, my makeup bag, because I just come to America, so I had loads of wigs and extensions. I thought she'd be very rude and ask me for a trial. So I said, hi, darling, I'm Ojas, and should we start a trial? She's saying, are you mad? Looking at you, I'm more than satisfied. And if Suresh Natarajan has recommended you, I don't need to think otherwise. And we start shooting next week. And my first song for that movie started in Hyderabad. Imagine. And my plus point was hair and makeup. So those days I worked all alone, one woman army, no assistant, no hairdresser. I had to do everything on my own. And I think that's what created a storm in the industry. It created a big fire in the industry because that time there was nobody in the industry who would actually predominantly do hair and makeup both. So then I got Urmila and I got this one, that one, Ravina Tandon, Mahima Chaudhary, you name it, Pooja Batra, Shilpa Shetty. And like I said, when you manifest in life good things, so I'll tell you my example. Working with Urmila, and suddenly I saw some ad of hers, and I used to work a lot with a lot of advertising people. And I was shooting with an actress in Europe. And suddenly there were no mobiles that time. So I just got a message saying to the producer saying that when is Ojas coming back? And they said Ojas is coming back tomorrow. So they said tomorrow we're shooting for a Coca-Cola commercial with Aishwarya. Would she be interested in doing it? So I'm like, yes, are you really serious? I thought somebody playing a joke on me, because who would believe it, right? Nobody would believe that it was my first Coca-Cola commercial. And I landed Bombay the night, and actually, seriously, I thought tomorrow when I go, they make a bakra out of me or make a fool out of me. So when I go to the shoot, and suddenly I go to the van, and then in 10 minutes, Aishwarya comes, and everybody told me she's like this, and she people literally scared me. But she was back on time, and she was so loving, so caring. The first meeting itself that she allowed me to do her hair and makeup both. And one thing she told me that day, I still remember. She said, Ojas, no matter what people say, by the end of the day, always remember one thing: your work speaks volumes. Always, people will be critical. People talk shit, but never, be distracted by anything. Just, you look straight and you're focused. And always remember, if you do a good job, one good job is going to find you a million other good jobs. So that was my motto. I always remembered in life. And then I remember that I started working on a freelance basis with Channel V. That was my initial struggle period. And I had a boss who was very homophobic. The boss could not handle me the way I was. He was like, he just could not get it. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, all my VJs, right from Ruby Bhatia to Javed Jafri to Manpreet Brar to Meghna Reddy, Sushma Reddy, Samira Reddy, I think all of them, Laila Ross, Sophia Haq, who's no more. Sophia Haq died earlier. In fact, she was a very talented lady. They all supported me with full arms, and they would allow me to do their hair, makeup, and costume styling. So I started with costume styling. So Manish Malhotra and me both used to be fashion designers first. So luckily, that worked as a win-win situation because when I was assisting Anna Singh, who's a very great designer, she was doing this movie called Sarjan with Madhuri Dixit and Sanjay Dutt and Salman Khan. So I think that time when I went to work on that project as a stylist, I was not a makeup artist that time. And when I was doing costume styling, I would tell the makeup artist, no, why don't you do this and why do that? So she's like, Ojas, these guys won't understand. Why don't you pick up the brush and do it? I said, really, would you allow me to do it? And she actually allowed me to repair her makeup. Can you believe it?
Oh, okay.
So I always when you manifest, things happen. Similarly, I used to love Malaika Arora. She still date my heartthrob. I just love her because she's a lovely person, very glamorous, and she's like a makeup horse. You do anything on her, looks fantastic. And we were growing up that time, so we used to watch MTV Grind. Remember those days? On Sundays, on TV, we used to get MTV Grind where Malaika's in the swimming pool playing with the ball and all dancing and guiding and all those. That was the time when all the music videos had just started happening.
Exactly, yeah.
And I used to always watch Sunday and I say, Bapre, when will I get a chance to do makeup on this kind of show, And look at Lady Luck. Look at Lady Luck. There was a guy called
Uh-huh.
Mr. Sanjeev Sharma, who is a very big ad film director, and he runs a
Mm-hmm.
production house called Optimistic Films and Palette Communication. So he used to always work
Okay.
with me for his ad, and he called me and said, Ojas, I'm doing an
Mm-hmm.
ad with Malaika, but she wants her own makeup artist. So sorry about makeup, but she doesn't mind you doing her costume styling. So I said, okay, fine, no
Mm-hmm.
problem. So he gave me that confidence saying, Ojas, just go with an open mind. Who knows what may happen? So I go to Malaika to meet her on the first meeting of the shoot. And I go with
Mm-hmm.
all the costumes and my assistant and the shoes and blah, blah, blah. So I've always been very well prepared. I've never been
Prepare, yeah.
kind of insecure about my preparation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I met her, I did her costume trial. It was a lovely silver colored tube dress with lovely high heels and very sexy kind of. There were three changes. There was one was a Zenat Aman look, which went down a sarong, like a bikini sarong. So she was very impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just asked her, who's going to do your makeup? She didn't say anything, okay? She just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, one of my girls. I'm like, okay, screw it, Then I go
Mm-hmm.
on the shoot. It was a 3-day shoot at Kolaba Mukesh Mills. And I go for the
Okay.
shoot. And her makeup artist and hairdresser come who had so much of attitude, I can't tell you. And by 12 o'clock, the makeup started looking very dull and boring. So I just told her, I said, why don't you use this shine and why don't you do this? And Malaika's lovely eyes, why don't you do that? Or even for the hair, why don't you create a little bounce using a Velcro roller? So Malaika lost it. She literally lost it on me. She's saying, oh, you think you know it all that. Why don't you do it? I said, okay, fine, wash your face, Can you imagine? I had the guts to tell her, wash your face. She's saying, okay, fine, I'll clean my face. You start the makeup. So she actually cleaned her face and allowed me to do her makeup. And it's been 20 years to that story. Till now, there have been so many appearances, events, shows. We've traveled the world on a world tour. I've worked the most for Malaika.
Oh, that's great.
So I always feel when you're positive and you manifest to the nature, to the universe, that this is what I want, you definitely get it.
Okay. So then I'll move on to my next question. That is like, do you think that everybody complains as, this Hollywood is, Bollywood is all about connections and, it's never the talent that matters. It's always the connections that you have. Do you think that
I
really
totally
works there?
disagree. I think definitely Bollywood is all about talent. And talent is immense. If you see Priyanka Chopra, Katrina Kaif, Aishwarya Rai, I'll give you an example. It's not that people are just taken on priority level. I did Jacqueline Fernandez's first 2 debut movies, Aladdin and Jaane Kahan Se Aayi Hai. She has worked so bloody hard. She could not speak a word of Hindi. She was a Sri Lankan from Bahrain. But I remember in the lunch break, she had a tutor in front of me coming and translating to her English to Hindi, Hindi to English. She would try to practice in front of the mirror. Even Urmila, I remember Urmila is from a Marathi background, okay? Urmila is not studied in an English medium college. But she would always practice English to Hindi, Hindi to English. She would reinvent herself. If there's a dialogue, even they'll practice looking here, looking there, looking in the mirror. So I think everybody has put in a lot of hard work. There is no freebies today. And which producer, director is going to put millions of rupees if you don't have talent, right?
Right.
You have to have talent with looks, with everything. And it's a whole package because it's just not looking good. It's emoting in front of the camera, acting, laughing, crying, dancing. And I would love to give among the new generation, Katrina Kaif, who was a nobody from abroad, who came and proved the critics right that she can act, she can dance, she can look gorgeous. And today, look at where she is. She has her own makeup line. That's something so commendable that imagine a Katrina Kaif has her own makeup line called K by Katrina.
Okay.
So if you see her, the way she's worked on herself, I think, and also like they say, acting sometimes is the blood. If you see Kareena Kapoor, she can act so well because it's in her genes.
Yeah. Okay. So,
but nothing happens freely. There's everything puts in a lot of hard work because today competition is so severe. So if it's just because they're taking, like normal kids who are filmy kids, that doesn't mean they're not working hard, right? They're grooming themselves, they're learning acting, dancing, swimming, they have to diet, they have to look. In fact, because there's more pressure on them because they come from a so-called reputed family, right? On newcomers, there's no pressure, but because you're from so-and-so family or so-and-so filmy background, there's so much of pressure.
Right. And you have been working with Aishwarya for the longest time. So how would you define that experience?
I think Aishwarya says it all. Aishwarya is from a non-filmy background. She just won Miss India flukely. But look at the amount of hard work that she has put in. Just looking pretty has not helped. Even I remember when she did Devdas, and all people called her very plastic, this, that, but so graceful. Look at when she dances, her hand movements, her expression, her whole body language. There's so much of grace. She's so pretty. She's so delicate. She's like a Barbie doll. So I think just looking enough is not great, and she's proven in so many great roles. Whether she did international movie called Provoked, she did Pride and Prejudice, or whether she did Choker Bali, which was a kind of a glamorous role, but she acted so well. Then she did a movie called Raincoat with Ajay Devgan. If you see Sanjay Leela Bhansali's Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, which is fantastic. Or then if you see Guzarish, I think my last movie with her was Guzarish.
Yes.
And she was superb. And at Robot, I remember Shankar also said that hats off to this lady that she has worked so hard. So I feel, and then standing on your feet, if you see all the lovely songs of Robot, definitely it's her hard work, because it's the acting skill, the expression, the dance choreography, and working from morning to night. So in a Bollywood movie, I must say, every actor wakes up at 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning and works till evening. And we're all standing on our feet, that, whether it's storm, snow, whether you're shooting in a desert, whether the food is great or not great, you can't complain because you're shooting. So I think it's a lot of hard work which people should learn to appreciate and respect, because every actor, be it a television actor, a Bollywood actor, or Tollywood actor, whether it's South India, also South Indians work very hard. In fact, more than Hindi cinema, I think South Indians have seen they work for longer hours because their movies finish faster. Like if a Bollywood movie takes 1.5 years, South Indian movies finish in 6 to 8 months because their budget constraints. But they work very hard, and look at the kind of lovely movies South India produces, fantastic movies.
Right. So that was what my next question was all about. It's like you were always behind the camera, and how did it feel to be in front of the camera for the movie I? You made a screen presence, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is just that was really that was really great and fascinating." Wow.
Okay, this is all thanks to Shankar, because Shankar gave me a big surprise. After doing movie Robot, I worked with Shankar, by the way, in all his movies. I did his first movie with Urmila, Hindustani. If you remember, there's a movie called Hindustani with Kamal Hassan, Urmila, and Manisha Koirala. Then there's a movie Shreya Saran and Rajni Sir, which was called Shivaji. Then there was Aparichit with Vikram and Sada. And then Robot happened. So when Robot happened, Shankar would always tell me, "Oh, I want you to act." I said, "No, Shankar, what, you're making fun of me or what? I'm not interested." So then when he called me up for the movie he did not tell me. He called me to Chennai for a meeting, by the way. And he told me that we are meeting Amy Jackson. But before Amy Jackson, they were taking some other girl, Samantha, I think Samantha or whatever her name is. So first he called me there to have a meeting with Samantha. Then he asked me, "What do you think between Amy and Samantha?" I said, "Definitely Amy Jackson, because Samantha doesn't have that kind of a face structure what Amy has, because Amy looks like Aishwarya Rai only, if you see comparingly." So I think that was the time when we decided that we should go ahead with Amy Jackson more than Samantha. So you think, okay, fine, what are the looks and everything? So we start discussing the looks. Then he's saying, "Oh, just can you wait? I need to talk to you." So I thought maybe he's discussing budgets, because everybody wants to kind of discuss budgets. So he's saying, "No, but I have a surprise for you." So I was like, I thought maybe he's give me some gift or something surprise. So he's saying, "No, you have to act in this movie." I'm like, "Shankar, I've never acted in any movie." He's saying, "No, don't worry. You have to just be yourself. It's not difficult, anything at all." And he explained the whole theme to me. So I said, "Okay, give me 1 day's time." And I actually stayed back in Chennai thinking over it. And then I said, why not? Because they were paying me handsomely. They got me a team of 5 people from Bombay who were part of my team, who would handle me for my hair and makeup, plus for Amy Jackson's hair and makeup. And I think Amy Jackson's hair and makeup was the talk of the town for the movie I, because she looked fantastic, phenomenal, every song, every frame. So I feel that really helped me, because even in terms of growth as a person, it made me evolve as a better person. It made me more confident that I can even act. And I felt it was such a lovely bonding with Vikram and Amy and everybody, because on a set, you're all like a very happy family. And we used to all eat lunch together, eat our dinner together. I'm pure vegetarian, so in the evening, my staff, there were 2 girls who would come as hairdressers and 2 ladies would come as my makeup assistant. We all would sit together and cook something vegetarian, and in China and all. It was so much fun, I can't tell you. I think that's by far my most memorable time I've ever had on a Bollywood or a Hollywood set.
Okay. Did you ever get a chance to make up Rajnikant?
No, I've never done makeup, because I've worked with Rajni Sir for Shivaji and for Robot, but he had his own people who were there. Some foreigner had come, so he had his own set. But I must say one thing, and I definitely love to say this on camera really loud. Out of this whole world, there is nobody as humble and as loving and caring as Mr. Rajnikant. And yes, I'd love to say this because I have such fond memories of him. So when we came back from South America, that was the first schedule. We'd gone for 43 days. We'd gone to Machu Picchu, Sao Paulo, Lima, Cusco, Peru, Brazil, Rio, everywhere. And it was a 43-day schedule, which we flew Emirates Airlines, Bombay, Dubai, Sao Paulo, and then again back via Dubai. And at Dubai airport, we were all meeting Rajni Sir. They said he'd like to say thank you to everybody. So we all went one by one saying thank you, and he said thank you. Can you imagine? He's the only hero out of the whole world. I repeat, out of the whole world, who gave us everybody, me, including my assistant. I had a team of 3 people. All of us, he gave us a tip, including me and the whole unit, a tip of $500 each. 500
Oh my
American
God.
dollars. Can you believe it?
Uh-huh.
It's not the
Okay,
money, it's
okay.
the gesture. Imagine the
Sure, yeah,
gesture, the
yeah.
respect he gave all of us.
Mhm.
I wasn't
Mhm.
doing his makeup. He didn't need to give it to me, but he still gave it to us. So imagine the love and respect he has for people. When people treat him as God, I believe he is God because he's such a wonderful human being and he's so lovely. Because I remember even in Machu Picchu, he realized that I'm vegetarian, but he'll make sure every morning he'll ask me at the breakfast table, oh, just are you okay? Have you eaten? Have you got what you like? I mean, he didn't need to do that, but he was such a lovely
Right.
person. So I totally salute Mr. Rajnikant and I bow down to him. He's a lovely person.
Okay, so great. So, just this not now maybe, but during your beginning days, were you ever demeaned or discriminated just because of your sexual orientation?
Where in Bollywood?
Yeah.
No, I would love to say that I'm very grateful to the whole of Bollywood, the whole of the advertising industry, that I think they gave people like me a life to be. Because I remember when I opened out my sexuality to my parents, it wasn't a very easy thing. But this is the dream place. I would always say I bow down to Bollywood and to the entire advertising because today we are known for our hard work, but because we got the acceptance in Bollywood, right?
Yeah.
I would definitely say that if I was working as a chartered accountant somewhere, I would totally be discriminated and harassed. But because
Right.
Bollywood welcomed me with so much of open arms,
Mm-hmm.
I totally love and salute Bollywood and all the people, be it all the technicians, actors, producers, directors, cameramen, their assistants, pot boys, everybody. I think today they've given us a life and respectability for being what we are. Otherwise,
Wonderful.
you know how India is. India is a little
Right.
judgmental about people, but thanks to this wonderful Bollywood family, or even in the south of India, I remember when I came to the south, I got so much of love, so much of adoration, so much of admiration. Until date, my character in Osma Jasmine is so well appreciated, respected. In fact, I
Right.
just
Right.
did a master class in Madurai this Sunday. I had so many people have written such lovely stories about me. People have made a music video of me in Malaysia with my character Osma Jasmine. Imagine.
Uh-huh.
So I
Uh-huh.
totally bow down to Bollywood, Hollywood, or Tollywood. I think for giving me so much of place and so much of respectability. More than the money, I think the respectability, the love that I've created, it's like one happy family.
That's great. So, or just one thing which you stand out from the rest of the crowd, especially from your as a professional, as a makeup and hair and makeup stylist. What is that one thing?
I think my nature is very accommodating. I'm very loving. I love having fun. I don't behave very high-handed. So I think that's really what has helped me to be where I am today. Because I think to any line that you go, you have to be accommodating. And you have to have the willingness to listen. What happens in any business when you have the willingness to listen first and then talk, people love you. But if you all the time think that you're smart and you know it all, I'm sorry, there are too many fishes in the pond. But I think when you make the opposite person, be it a bride or be it an actor or be it a friend or a colleague, everybody likes a little love and attention. Don't you, me, all love a little love and attention or a little bit.
Right.
We all love it, right? So I think
Right.
when you are accommodating in this business and when you're ready to kind of adjust with people, I think it's the biggest bet one, because that's what I remember Shwara said always, that a person is known by her nature more than her talent. And
Right.
yes, touch with God's grace, I think my adaptation of doing hair and makeup, I think the way I'm versatile that I can do even movies like Jodhagar, which is a no makeup look, to a very high fashion look in Robot, to a very vintage look in Guzarish. So I think I'm very versatile as a makeup artist, and I don't mind if somebody tells me. I remember Sanjay Leela Bansali had actually told me in that song, Udi that he wanted that dark color and he wanted little waves. So I do not throw attitude. I would love to listen and say, yes, darling, I think this is nice. You understand? So when you're ready to, and when you're ready to understand somebody's perspective, like I'll give you an example. I do a lot of bridal markets, right? I do a lot of weddings. But when I understand what that bride wants, the whole battle is won, right? Because when she's happy, she's going to recommend me to the whole world. And that's how your work multiplies, right? We don't want to just do one job and sit at home. We want to multiply work, widen our horizons, right? So I feel when you're being humble, being loving, I think it doesn't cost anything, right? Why should we show up or why should we be very, why should we have attitude or be a little blunt for what? I don't know. Being rude doesn't do anything, right?
Right. I think that is one thing, that the right attitude, that is what, kept you that name of Ojas, everywhere, everyone knows you and like one of the best in the industry. So Ojas, thank you so much for joining me and, for that
Love you, my
wise
darling.
words.
And please share this link with me whenever you share it. And all the best and God bless. And please start
Thank you.
spreading love everywhere. and wish you all a very happy Diwali, safe Diwali. And I'm sure
Thank you.
2021 is going to rock for all of us. So be positive, okay?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you. God bless you. All the best. Take care. See you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.